You ever spend like 10 minutes staring at a restaurant menu just to pick something and then spend the rest of the night wondering if you made the right choice? Or maybe you replay a simple 2-minute conversation in your head for hours? Yep, that's the overthinking trap. And today, we are going to talk about how to get out of it for good. Right? It's that feeling of just mental clutter, this endless loop of what ifs and should haves that doesn't just eat up your time, it completely drains your energy. It makes every single decision feel so much heavier than it needs to be. So in this explainer, we're going to cut right through all that noise. We're going to break down 4 really powerful mind shifts that top performers use to turn all that mental chaos into crystal clear clarity. And look, this isn't about thinking more, it's about having a playbook to think smarter. Let's jump into the first one. Okay, our first shift is all about taking apart one of the biggest sources of anxiety out there, black and white thinking. You know what I'm talking about? That all or nothing mindset that tells us something is either a massive success or a total, complete failure. There's no in between. Now, what's so wild about this is the power of one tiny 3-letter word, and. Black and white thinking says, I failed, so it's over. But gray thinking completely flips that on its head. It says, I failed, and I learned something really important. All of a sudden, a setback isn't a dead end anymore. It's just data. It's fuel for your next try. And this is just a brilliant way to picture it. We often see our progress like a light switch. It's either on or it's off. But in reality, it's so much more like a dimmer. You can dial it up, you can dial it down. Some days are going to be brighter than others, but you're never actually in the dark. You're always making these little adjustments. You're always moving forward. So the key here is to make this real. Here's your first move. Just find one either-or thought you have today. You know, something like, I have to do this perfectly or I shouldn't do it at all. And I want you to rephrase it with and. I can do this imperfectly and still make progress. It seems like a tiny change, but it creates this massive shift in how you see things. Okay, so once you start seeing the gray areas, the next step is to change how you plan things. This brings us to our second mind shift. And I'll admit, this one feels a little counterintuitive, but it is so effective. Instead of planning for success, you're actually going to plan for failure. Just flipping this one question is a total game changer. And here's why. Asking, how can I succeed? Well, that just invites perfectionism and endless planning, which is the exact definition of overthinking. But when you ask, what would make me fail? You get a very real, concrete list of things to just, well, avoid. Think of it like you're driving on a road trip. You don't need a perfect minute-by-minute plan to get where you're going. You just need to dodge the potholes. By figuring out what's going to trip you up, procrastination, getting distracted, needing everyone to like your idea, you can just steer around those things. You stop trying to plan the perfect journey, and you just start navigating the real one. So avoiding the potholes gets you moving, but how do you actually pick up speed? Well, that brings us to our third mental shift. And this one is all about being absolutely committed to getting results, not just sticking to a process that you've gotten comfortable with. I love this. We all have methods we like, right? A certain way we work out, a specific strategy at work. But if that method stops getting you results, being loyal to it is just holding you back. Top performers, they are married to progress. If something isn't working, they switch it up and they don't feel guilty about it. Letting go isn't quitting, it's just smart adaptation. And to figure out what needs to change, they hunt for the bottleneck. In any big project or goal, there's usually one single thing that's holding everything else back. It's like the one clogged pipe in the whole system. The problem is we usually ignore it and instead we work on all the easier, less important stuff around it. And this is exactly why. I mean, being busy feels productive, doesn't it? We're organizing our inbox, we're tweaking little details, we're staying in motion. But focused effort on that one bottleneck, that's what actually creates momentum. Solving the single biggest problem unlocks way more progress than doing 100 tiny, easy tasks combined. So here's your next mission. Ask yourself, what is the one thing that if I solved it would make everything else start to fall into place? Is it a skill you need to learn? Is it a tough conversation you've been avoiding? Pinpoint that one thing and aim all your energy right there. All right, on to our final shift. You can see the gray, you can dodge the potholes, you can focus on progress, but honestly, none of it is going to stick without the foundation. And this is all about mastering your internal game, your emotional control, and your consistency. This right here, this distinction is everything. When you're feeling really strong emotions, I'm talking stress, anger, even intense excitement, your brain isn't built for long-term thinking. It just wants a quick fix. It reacts. It sends that angry email. But the calm mind, it has the space to pause, to think about consequences, and to choose the path that actually aligns with your goals. The rule is simple: high emotion, no big decisions. Now, let's talk about the other half of mastering your mindset: consistency. We tend to think growth should always feel exciting and new, but this quote, it tells such a powerful truth. Real mastery is built on the days you show up when it's not fun, the days you do the work even when you're not motivated. That's not boring. That's where your character and your skill are actually being built. And this just nails the point perfectly. Our culture loves to celebrate the sprint, the overnight success. But real, lasting achievement, it's a marathon of consistency. It's about endurance, not just short bursts of intensity. The real winners aren't always the most talented. They're the most resilient. They're the ones who just don't quit. So, there you have it. A 4-part playbook for escaping that overthinking trap. See the gray, think backwards, focus on progress, and master your mindset. This isn't just a random collection of tips. It's a whole new operating system for your mind. And it all begins with just one decision. So I'll leave you with this question. What's the first move you're going to make today? Are you going to change a limiting or into an empowering and? Are you going to identify one pothole to steer around? Or are you finally going to put all of your focus on that one bottleneck that's been holding you back? The path to mental clarity starts with a single, deliberate step. What's yours going to be?